Hey everyone, welcome back to Car Flash, the channel where spec sheets get stripped down to reality, where glossy brochure promises face the cold honesty of the lens, and where every car, whether it's a legend returning or a newcomer fighting for a spot, has to prove itself in the real world. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, because today we're taking on a nameplate that carries some serious weight in the off-road world. This is the all-new 2026 Mitsubishi Pajero Sport, and it's here not just to keep the Pajero heritage alive, but to modernize it for a market where rugged meets refined, where hardcore utility has to blend with daily usability, and where SUVs have to be more than just big, boxy fashion statements. Exterior. Let's start with the first thing you see. The exterior. Standing in front of the 2026 Pajero Sport, you immediately notice that Mitsubishi isn't playing around with softening its presence. The front end is bold, squared off, and aggressive, yet still sleek in a way that makes it look like a modern machine rather than a leftover from the past. The updated dynamic shield grille dominates the fascia, with sharper chrome accents that don't scream for attention but add a layer of toughness. The LED headlights are slimmer than before, giving it a focused, almost predatory stare, while the new C-shaped daytime running lights frame the face like armor plates. The hood sits high with strong creases that emphasize muscle, and the bumper's skid plate style detailing makes sure you don't forget this isn't just a mall crawler. Even standing still, the Pajero Sport looks like it's ready to chew up trails, riverbeds, and deserts. Moving to the side, the proportions feel exactly what you'd expect from a proper ladder frame SUV, tall, upright, and commanding. But there are refinements here too. Mitsubishi has given it a more aerodynamic profile with subtle sculpting along the doors and a character line that runs fluidly from the front fenders toward the rear. The large wheel arches are squared and filled with chunky alloy wheels wrapped in all-terrain rubber, leaving no doubt about its intentions. Ground clearance has been raised slightly over the outgoing model, adding capability without making it ungainly on the road. The roofline stays fairly straight, keeping rear headroom and cargo space intact, while chrome-finished roof rails add both utility and style. Even in profile, you see the dual nature of this SUV, tough enough for adventure, but civilized enough for the city. Swinging around back, the Pajero Sport carries over its distinctive vertical taillamp design, but it's been reworked to look more modern and integrated. The LEDs are sharper, with a more futuristic glow, and the rear bumper has a sturdier, squared-off look that mirrors the front. A subtle roof spoiler gives a touch of sportiness without looking like it belongs on a hatchback, and the tailgate itself is wide, practical, and powered for convenience. The skid plate styling continues at the rear, reminding you that this SUV is built for rough stuff. It's a design that manages to stay true to Pajero Sport identity while still feeling fresh in 2026, and, importantly, it avoids the overly soft, rounded design that so many SUVs are leaning toward these days. Interior. Step inside, and Mitsubishi clearly wants you to know this isn't just a bare-bones utility rig. The cabin strikes a balance between rugged durability and premium touches. The dashboard layout has been redesigned with a cleaner, more horizontal structure, anchored by a large 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster and a new 12.1-inch infotainment touchscreen that supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Material quality has taken a big step forward, with soft touch surfaces in key areas, leather upholstery in higher trims, and even stitched accents that give it a more upscale vibe. The center console is wide and practical, with storage nooks, a rotary dial for drive modes, and chunky controls that are easy to use even with gloves on. Seating is spacious and supportive, with plenty of adjustability up front and ample legroom in the second row. The Pajero Sport continues to offer a third row, and while it's more suitable for kids or shorter trips, Mitsubishi has improved the folding mechanism, making it easier to create a flat load floor for cargo. Practicality remains a highlight here, with multiple USB-C ports, wireless charging, and clever storage solutions throughout the cabin. Mitsubishi has also paid attention to noise insulation, so highway drives are quieter, and conversations aren't drowned out by road or wind noise. It's an interior that doesn't forget the Pajero's roots as a go-anywhere SUV, but finally feels like it can hold its own against competitors that lean more on luxury. Now let's talk performance, because this is where the Pajero Sport turns its stripes. Under the hood, Mitsubishi is offering a 2.4-liter turbo diesel engine that's been heavily updated for efficiency in cleaner emissions. It produces around 210 horsepower and 470 Nm of torque, giving it plenty of grunt for both off-road work and highway cruising. In select markets, a 2.4-liter turbocharged petrol engine is also available, making about 240 horsepower for those who prefer gasoline smoothness. Both engines are paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission that's tuned for both refinement on-road and durability off-road. But numbers only tell half the story. What makes the Pajero Sport a Pajero Sport is its Super Select 4WD2 system, one of the most versatile and proven four-wheel drive systems out there. You can switch seamlessly between two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, and when the going gets really tough, you have a low-range setting and locking rear differential to rely on. Mitsubishi has added new terrain modes for sand, rock, mud, and snow, meaning the SUV can adapt instantly to whatever lies in front of you. Suspension tuning has been improved too, with better articulation for trail work while still delivering a smoother ride on the road. Towing capacity sits at around 3,100 kilograms, making it more than capable of hauling boats, trailers, or heavy gear. On the technology and safety side, Mitsubishi has packed the 2026 Pajero Sport with its latest suite of driver assistance features: adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning, blind spot monitoring, forward collision mitigation with pedestrian detection, and a 360-degree camera system. All come standard or available depending on trim. These features don't turn it into a semi-autonomous machine, but they do make long trips easier and more secure, which is a big deal for an SUV designed to cover continents if you ask it to. Pricing will of course depend on markets, but Mitsubishi has positioned the Pajero Sport to stay competitive in the rugged SUV space. Expect the entry-level models to start around $38,000, while higher trims with leather, the bigger screens, and all the bells and whistles will push closer to $50,000. That positions it neatly below some of the more premium Japanese and European rivals while offering more real off-road credibility than many crossovers wearing SUV costumes. It's a smart balance that should appeal to both longtime Pajero fans and new buyers who want adventure without spending luxury money. So, after spending time with the 2026 Mitsubishi Pajero Sport, what's the verdict? It feels like Mitsubishi has respected its heritage while bringing it into a modern era. The design is bold and unapologetically SUV, the interior is finally a space you'll want to spend hours in, the performance is as rugged and capable as ever, and the pricing keeps it attainable. It's not pretending to be a luxury car, and it doesn't need to. It's an SUV that remembers why people fell in love with Pajero in the first place: toughness, reliability, and the ability to get you places other vehicles won't dare to go. But now it does it with a touch more comfort and technology. That wraps up this review of the 2026 Mitsubishi Pajero Sport. What do you think? Has Mitsubishi done enough to keep this SUV relevant in a world where crossovers are taking over? Or does the Pajero Sport still hold a unique place as one of the last true body-on-frame explorers? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's get the discussion going. If you enjoyed this review, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and stay tuned here at Car Flash for more honest, detailed looks at the cars that matter. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.